Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Data Anomaly Hunter's Scar, Season 3, Episode 5, Just One Taste. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io, so go take a look at it, let us know what you think. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get started with introductions, beginning with the good girl herself, Lightpaw.
Hi, I'm Lightpaw. I'm the storyteller. I tell the story and the NPCs and I set the goals and it's vulgar.
Hey, I'm Gimund. I'm playing Arcus and Fokker, the brothers who are in Arcus's body. They are an electric basic charisma. Ooh, coffee! On to the Asher.
Hello everybody, I am Razim, and I am playing as Asher the Labramon, Astral Light type, God of Death, Lord of Evil, raiser of many recruits, legions of them even, and off to the minion.
Hello y'all, I'm IDDoThings, or Ido if you prefer, and I'll be playing Haboku, the Lugamon, and Necrotic Fire Air type and Undead Minion of Asher. Onto the Jace.
Hello, I'm Drunk Dragonair, and I'm going to be playing Jace, the Black Gale or Growlmon X, father of Asher, and currently doing some restructuring of an organization that desperately needs. Kotora, go.
Hello, everybody. I am Raharu, and I'll be playing Kotora, the Mythic Fire type Gabumon, and it's currently a bit angry at the moment because somebody was using food in a bad way. On to you, Riv.
Hello, I am Talders, and I'll be playing Riv, the mythic water-type Vorvamon, who is very busy with research things, as well as suddenly now needing to inspect a very strange injured person. He's busy writing reports.
Alright, and for the recap, go for it, Mr. Coffee Fiend.
Coffee Fiend doesn't remember. Too much coffee.
We've all slept since then.
Fine. Era.
Alrighty. Let's see. If I recall correctly, the bite victim was in the hospital. Jace
No,
was...
Recallers, this is the other game.
I think he's gonna stab you.
So, the victim was in the hospital. Asher was raising minions. Riv was off studying. Arcus was trying to learn magic from a guy that somehow accidentally took him in by convincing himself to take him in as a protege. Haboku was training, and Kotora was doing the wander, the big wander, with food and stuffs. The leaders of the organization were currently on vacation. We're still on vacation even after the victim came in, so Jace just had the initial stuff started, eventually dragged Asher into it to look into it because, oh boy. Also checked with the police force to see if there was any other situations or provide information, so that way there's a clear line of communication between the two. Riv eventually got dragged into it after being hearkened for from Haboku, who showed up at some point in time. The leaders came back. I'm not even going to try and get my brain to remember which is which with the K names here. I just looked at them. I was like, nah, brain doesn't want that right now. So,
Leader, Kiga, assistant.
Yes. Kiga and Kino. Fearless leaders who got their first vacation in a while and came back and, well, traps needed to be disarmed. And I believe last we left off, Jace was going to be going to the hospital to see if there are other victims since that was his current prerogative. But otherwise, that was the majority of the session, I think, in less than 5 minutes. Congratulations. Anything I missed? I know Kotora went out to dinner.
The Folger decided that it was very much hug time, Riv.
Right. Riv, you have
Yeah.
been hugdified.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kotora was having dinner with the Bancholiomon and the Kumamon, and after all of that, he decided that he was going to take the Kumamon to the infirmary because Kotora just found out that he has been eating food that does not agree with him for quite a while just to try and please the Bancholiomon.
Something, just ask him out already, damn.
Two things.
Asking him out would be easier than the gastrointestinal problems.
The surgeries.
Two things. First, the Babamon that is Folger's magical master is absolutely a she.
She.
Because Babamon, basically Grannymon.
IDDoThings tipped $10, Razim coins.
Ido, thank you so much for that tip. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, Baba is basically the word for granny in Japan, although sometimes it can just translate to all hag instead.
It's hilarious. The Japanese language is so beautiful sometimes. Second, Kuma is a bearmon.
Yes.
Yeah, I said Bearmon, didn't I?
No, you said Kumamon.
Dang it, I did, didn't I? To be fair, at some point in time, Bearmon was known as Kumamon in the Digimon World 3 translation, but yeah, no, he's a Bearmon.
We're awake, everyone.
Absolutely, that is a thing that is true. We're not going into my sleep schedule tonight.
We have to tuck the little... Do we have to tuck the good girl in tonight and make sure she gets some sleep?
No, that is absolutely not going to be a problem. I promise you. By the end of this session, I am going to pass out. We can all debate about why or how later.
Except you said that you're not going into your sleep schedule tonight. So that means you're staying up all night. And that's okay. I will love the company while I'm packing.
It will be after midnight before the... Oh, wait, no, it won't. I forgot y'all do that whole daylight savings time thing.
Not by choice.
Not by choice.
The funny thing
We're
is, there are
trapped
several
by
states,
societal convention.
there's several states that have actually ended the practice by paperwork and books, but it's just never taken effect.
Well,
I
that's
have no
because
idea on the
it
states.
is standardized by the federal government. So until they give that back to the states can't really change it that much.
Hashtag end daylight savings.
Yes.
The whole state doesn't believe in it in daylight savings. We got enough, thank you. But the week did end with Kotora going to the infirmary with Kuma and Jost, the Bancholiomon, who looks more than a little skeptical that this whole thing is necessary. And Kuma looks more than a little embarrassed about it.
Kotora is bearing.
We did not hear that at all.
Yeah, you were kind of like halfway across the room at least.
Yeah, Kotora is very insistent though.
Are you heading to the DAH's infirmary, or are you going to find an urgent care and or back alley pharmacist?
Yours did mention that that was the closest one, didn't he? The DHS one was the closest one, I believe he said.
Just says a lot of things.
A generous bestowal.
Frosty Bite 266 tip $10.
Frosty Bite, thank you so much for that tip. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. Tonight, Lightpaw has given an higher than normal total amount on this for help with the move. So, yeah.
Okay,
I'm really looking forward to you guys finding out what this tip goal is about.
Yeah.
Especially since exactly one, maybe two of you is going to get the reference.
I think I see it, but I don't.
I'd have to see the results first.
I don't quite recall. Also, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to ask the whatchamacallit, the store owner before we leave. I'm gonna ask the store owner what is the closest hospital, emergency room, clinic nearby. Healer.
Oh, right! Blue Bat is correct. We did have some fan art.
Oh, hang on. Need to increase the stream quality for a sec then.
I mean, I'm also sharing on Discord. And there you go. From Irvas. The rare Angie Riv gonna throw someone out a window.
Right. There was
Right.
also a what was the name of the Mon?
Yeah, I
What
forgot
type of Mon?
I didn't remember their name, but yeah. They're getting fucking fired.
Yeah, a Digimon just got sent to fetch Riv, but apparently they found Riv and he just decided to wait for Riv to begin his research before he decided to come in to say that he was needed urgently.
Yeah.
Question mark?
It was a girl too, I think.
Okay. Gee.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of waited outside so that way they could have a dramatic entrance just as he started. Which resulted in Riv getting really angry, considering, what do you mean you waited outside while I was apparently needed for a medical emergency? What? I hope you get lost. When they tried asking for hey, could you give me, like, a ride back? And Riv was just like, I hope you get lost. And then he just, like, started leaving.
Yeah, and then, well, I think Riv started to.
Well,
try
Riv
and
started
leave,
leaving, and then he got grabbed.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was very angry.
Understandably so.
But anyways, back to it.
Yes. The Coronamon scratches his head a little bit as he puts on a bucket hat. You know, I've never had to ask that. I guess there's a hospital about. No, that's halfway across the city. I don't live in this neighborhood, you see, so.
Oh, I see. Oh.
It's just where my shop is. Usually if I have to send somebody to a clinic, somebody comes and picks them up.
Wait, that has has him going to a clinic happened before momentarily?
One more again?
Has him being taken to a clinic involuntarily happened before?
Oh, him? No.
Ah, okay.
No, somebody didn't know they had an allergy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is very unfortunate.
They went that way, if that helps. He points in a direction.
Kotora squints. Mm,
That was 4 or 5 years ago, though.
okay. Well, thank you either way. Kotora is
Not
gonna
a
go back.
problem.
Yeah. Kotora is gonna go back to Juz and Kuma. So the closest is the closest clinic the one at the DH, or is there another, or is there another one near?
Oh. I mean, there are other ones around here, but do you really want to get, or do you really want to have to pay for medicine when we can get it for free at the or at the headquarters?
Free healthcare. Yay.
Kotora is going to rub his chin. Yeah, you know what? That's fair enough. I was just thinking to get him there as soon as possible, but I suppose we're not actually in that big of a hurry. He just needs I just need him to be scanned of some sort, because I'm pretty sure you have done damage to yourself, Kuma.
Uma's trying to wave the concern off. The gesture is a little bit spoiled by the fact that he's rubbing his belly with the other hand.
Kotora is going to put his paws together and give a bit of a sigh. Okay, come on, let's go. Are you able to walk?
He nods and crosses his arms a little grumpily and walks with his shoulders hunched. Jost seems mostly unworried. He's even whistling a little bit as they walk.
Kotora is going to close his eyes and think for a moment, and he's going to ask, "Hey, Jost,
Hmm?
do you think maybe you could pick up Kuma for a bit? I think he's having a bit of a tummy ache."
Sure. May as well.
Kotora smiles.
Kuma blushes a little bit, but doesn't fight getting picked up.
A generous bestowal.
Gimund underscore tipped $10.23. Zrax Blep.
Gimund, thank you so much for that tip. Thank you for the support.
Okay. With that, Kotora will follow Jost back to the DH to go to the clinic.
Okay. Asher, are you still in the clinic?
Absolutely. He doesn't
Well-
trust the others to, run the place.
Well, Jost arrives carrying Kuma and leading Kotora by a little bit.
What's wrong?
Kotora is going to point at Kuma. Oh, hey Asher. Are you working at the infirmary here now?
Seeing as I seem to
I
be
don't-
the only competent one, surrounded by a bunch of incompetent ones here, yes.
Okay. Do you or anybody here have time to give Kuma a bit of a checkup? I think I
Sir,
think
put
he
him on
might
that
actually.
table. As he gestures to
think
the
he might.
one right next to the person that got the bite.
Yeah. Kotra was also gonna say he might have some intestinal problems. Also, Kotra is going to look at the injured Betamon, and he's going to ask, "Oh, what happened? What happened to him?"
Someone took a bite out of him. Alright, so why are you having intestinal problems?
Kotora, I would like for you to give me a lore check.
Uh, oh, would body instincts lore make sense, or do you want mine?
Mind specifically, because this is going to be for recalling information.
Okay. Give me a moment.
While Kotora does that, just puts Kuma on the table and just shrugs. I don't know. Kotora seemed to think that Kuma needed to be inspected for something. We were fine. We were eating curry.
Kuma, why do you think that you should be inspected?
Kuma, looking increasingly embarrassed, just gives Jost a little bit of side eye and kind of shrinks down in on himself and kind of mumbles a little bit.
Alright, everyone out! Now! Go! Shoo! Get out of here, Kotora! Get out of here!
Give me a moment to be able to do my lore check, please. Fantasy guy is taking a bit too long for some reason.
It took a while for me to load in too.
Most of you are a couple minor versions behind me.
Well, yeah, but the minor versions don't cause that entirely.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Kotora, you vaguely remember seeing this Betamon at some point. He looked like he was maybe carrying something down an alley, but that was hours ago. And it's probably not even this Betamon, honestly. But you've been shooed away from the clinic anyway.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Kotora just whatchamacallit at sets being shoot away. He's just going to look at Joe's. Sorry if I'm being a bit insistent on this. I just if he's actually hurting himself by trying to enjoy food with you, I can't let that stand.
Hey, it's better to get it checked than to actually worry about it. I'm sure it's nothing anyway.
Kotora nods. I guess we'll see.
All right, so now that you don't have others around, why?
Kuma-san.
If you want to drag this out, that's fine with me. I'm getting paid either way. It's your dime.
He pauses for a second, and then shakes his head and is like, and just says, "The curry is just hot. Very hot."
Beyond your tolerance levels?
He nods.
Why are you eating it then?
He glances at the door that Jost left through and just shrugs.
That is not an answer to my question.
We always do it.
So you
It's
purposely
just
hurt
what we do.
yourself? Why?
It's not that bad. It's just a little indigestion. He's staring adamantly at his own feet.
Yeah, dodging around the bush is not going to help me do anything here, so just spit it out.
It's just personal reasons. It's Jost.
What about Jost?
He's just so cool, and I just don't want to upset him. He sighs.
Understood. Asher's gonna go over to one of the cabinets, pull out some meds, probably just, antacid, give it to him, and then go to the door and open it and point directly at Jost. Get in here.
Further proof that Asher is Jace's son, Jace would have done the exact same thing here.
Jost
Sure,
looks
I think
little.
like over half this party.
Jost looks a little confused, but saunters back down the hallway and enters the infirmary again.
All right, you keep forcing him to eat this stuff that is actively causing him harm. He is not to be having any more curry. Do I make myself crystal clear?
There is the sound of tinkling glass, and Kuma is gone.
Well, there's not too many escapes from a medical lab. Kuma, get back here, or else I will sick my new minions on you, and you will be dragged back here. He's shouting this.
Kotora is going to rub his forehead.
I mean, if you go look out the broken window, you can't see him anymore. He's gone.
Great,
Hey,
Asher's
Asher, what's with all the yelling? Hey?
Ah, perfect, Haboku. I need you to go track down Kuma and drag him back here.
Okay. Out of curiosity, would Haboku have just been outside to see him and do that?
Haboku's just
Haboku
standing
innocently
outside
standing in front of the window.
He's just standing outside the window, watched as it got broken, and Kuma comes flying through and running past.
Asher?
Well,
Were
right now
you
I think we're waiting for Lightpaw to respond.
Okay.
I mean, if you were outside, so the infirmary is on a second floor, or is on the second floor. So if you're outside, you probably weren't outside recently enough to see him jump out, but you probably heard the glass shatter.
Would it be reasonable to assume Haboku's been around Jost, Kuma, and Kodexu long enough to know their scent?
Probably, because it would have taken you a few days to. I mean, it would have taken you a couple days on the train, so.
Okay. Haboku will use that to track Kuma.
Asher, were you able to scan him or something?
Not yet, because he ran away. So I'm sticking Haboku on him. Jost, you are staying right here until we get him back here. And then we are going to strap him down to make sure he cannot run away again before he is finished being treated.
Asher, you
Require a roll. Roll.
Yes, I will. That's going to be. I'll take either survival or investigation.
I'll have the same amount in both, but investigation has the specialty, so.
Yeah, Jost looks just completely confused about the events over the last couple of minutes.
I'll risk a body.
Kotora was going to say something.
Kotora was say, Asher, could we please skip the whole tie down part? That's not. I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Asher is just going to gesture dramatically at the shattered window and then move over to it and point out it at, the second story of the building across the street.
Kotora is going to point at Joe's. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't brought him in here.
Me? What do I have to do with it?
Clearly, it is necessary.
No, it's not.
I am in charge of this facility at this time.
Just because you're in charge doesn't mean I cannot question you, Asher. I'm just saying that there was a better way to do what you were trying to do.
And what was it that I was trying to do?
Well, I'm pretty sure you were going to be chastising Joe's because Kuma has been eating stuff that doesn't agree with him to whatchamacallit, to hang out with him. And Kuma wasn't going to like that. Wasn't going to like that. He was obviously embarrassed. Why do you think he jumped? If you have just done everything before doing all that, this would have been this would have been better. A bit of a better order of operations.
No, because even if he jumped even then, I would still have to have him dragged back here for a psychiatric review. Jumping out of a second-story building is not conducive to a healthy mind. Speaking of, I need to figure out if they've got a padded room in this infirmary. Jost, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And he's going to go looking for to see if there is indeed a padded room.
Okay. Once Asher is gone, Kotora is going to look up Jost and just say, "Okay, I think I definitely need to talk with Jace to talk with Jace about putting Asher as head of the infirmary." Because as effective as he is as an actual doctor, he is not a people individual. He's just going to make people resent us at this point.
So, does a 5 get?
It's a little hard to, because Kuma and Jost are usually around here. It's a little hard to separate old smells from new smells until you get a couple blocks away. But you do find a trail to start following. It is probably going to take you a bit to follow that trail, though.
Well, Haboku has nothing better to do at the moment.
So, is there a padded room?
Not on this floor.
Ah, so there is one. Well, either way, if there's not one on this floor, then Asher will make do with the infirmary, what he's got in there. And he's going to head back. And he'll just be waiting for Haboku to come back. With Kuma.
Kotora is just sitting on whatever chair there is in the room and just kicking his feet in the air while waiting.
It's one of those rolly stools.
Whee! Is it one of the ones that can revolve around itself?
Oh yeah, it spins and it rolls.
Kotora is going to make it spin at some point. For a moment.
It even has one of those little pedals to make it go up and down. A very fancy office chair. Whoever it was for is actually really tall.
Wow.
At least you assume so before you adjust it a couple of times.
If you're going to keep messing with the chair, please leave.
Kotora will stop.
So I guess should we check in on Folger or Jason or Riv?
Yeah, I was about to check with Fulgur and Jace.
What's this email thing?
I'll explain in a moment. We gotta run by hospitals, check some things really quickly. I can explain to you on the way. Do you... No, we don't have a data pad. Asher has the tablet. You know how mail works, right?
Or tab?
So it's an electronic mail system. Basically, instead of getting a physical letter in your physical inbox, you get a digital email in your digital box. Neat stuff. Spent 2 hours figuring it out.
Dot. From Jace's hair.
Please don't make my hairy ellipses all over. That's weird. I didn't think it was that funny, but apparently it was.
It was pretty funny.
A bit.
But one way or the other, I can help you set up your inbox later. For the time being, I've got to go by some hospitals. You can come with the... Well, you're probably living in my hair now for the time being, aren't you? Right.
Folger looks at Jace's hair. He may have had some stuff already put down in it. Maybe a couple sketchbooks.
You do realize my hair is not going to hold all this, right?
He picks up the sketchbooks.
All right, let's go. I'll show you email when we get back. First work, then whatever this ends up being. Teaching people how to use email. I'm the old one here. What's going on? And Jay starts walking towards the hospitals.
We have fan art from Ido. Fish are friends, not food.
Very nice.
Poor Froggle.
I don't think it was specified where they bit him on and got bitten from. Was it?
Back of the neck.
Yes, the neck near the jugular. But I said explicitly, that's for you guys to figure out where that is, not me.
Venomons have no neck.
Which is why you said.
That just sounds
Well,
horrifying, though.
This is the canon location, then. Apparently that is the back of their neck near the jugular. Their blood just, goes up and down again.
Sorry, I had this mental image of a needle point up in Jace's hair that says, "Bless this coif." It's not that difficult to find the nearest of the hospitals. What is difficult is going to be you fitting in the nearest of the hospitals.
I shift to medium.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I catch Fulgur on the way down.
I'm just
Oh no,
imagining
he's probably
that,
a little spiky.
I'm imagining that that just a whole bunch of stuff is just bursting out of his hair now.
Maybe a little bit. Also, there wasn't really any warning, so Fulgur might be a little spiky. As Jace tries to catch him.
I'm not sure what check to call for here. I guess athletic. Yeah, let's go with
Catching
athletics
them?
to avoid spikening.
Oh no, where's the formula? It got deleted. Hold on a second, I need to find the formula. Again. The formula. There it is.
Also, Fulgur, among the things that fell out of Jace's mane, there is a figurine of a dancing fish. You don't remember buying it, but you clearly did at some point.
7.
You do, in fact, manage to catch Fulgur under his arms instead of by his spikes.
Just casually sets him down. There you are.
He's like frozen for a couple seconds.
I don't know what you were trying to say because I'm pretty sure absolutely none of what you just said were actual words. Say that again. You are cutting in and out so hard.
We keep telling you you can't squeak so loud, Gimund. Or squeak so high-pitched. We cannot understand it.
It literally doesn't even come through.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. I heard...
Yeah, same.
It's not like it's unintelligible. It literally doesn't transmit.
Okay, noise suppression is now off, so let's try it now.
All right.
Nope, same problem.
Same problem. I heard... Oh.
Oh, jeez.
This is why we
Okay.
keep saying that you can't go full squeaky. It literally doesn't work.
Yeah, still
Oh.
no.
I heard two
warm
words.
next
Gosh.
time.
I
Yeah,
heard it.
I caught it, yeah.
Warm next time.
Sorry. All right, let's go in.
Just a sec. As he goes around picking up everything that fell out.
much stuff did you put in my hair?
He looks away. And then continues picking stuff up, including the idol of the dancing fish.
Fishy, fishy.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we going?
It is a fairly typical hospital entryway for the non-emergency entrance.
Go up to the front counter then. Wait for somebody to come over. Poor nurse that went to medical school for, 6 years to find themselves behind a desk processing paperwork.
He looks so tired.
Hello.
But hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm with the DHH. We're investigating a particular weird issue that came to our attention recently. I have a list of symptoms here. I was wondering if any other patients have had this particular issue so far. And he will set down Riv's medical work, or paperwork, or writings, or what have you. Whatever you want to call it. Diagnoses. There we go. I can English. I guess technically Asher's diagnoses, Riv's...
Asher's diagnoses with Rib's findings and a report.
Yes.
He takes a look at them, reads and reads and reads. Huh. No, I don't remember anyone like that. I can check the records.
If you would please. Will that take too long?
No, it shouldn't. Just 5 or 10 minutes. You can take a seat over there. He gestures towards a waiting area.
I'll try not to take up too much space.
As he falls
Yeah, Jason
asleep
goes
and then
down.
suddenly, boom!
A boomba.
He comes back a few minutes later, holding the chart. Holding a chart. Nope, doesn't look like anybody's been really hit like that we've found.
I think that's good news.
Yep, just a few scraped knees, couple fights. You know how it goes.
Yep. Well, if you do run into situations like this, the DHH would like you to keep an eye open and inform us immediately if such things happen, alright?
Right after the guards.
Both is preferable. Alright, have a nice day. Starts walking up. Come on, full girl, go teach you email now.
Hey.
Why do you sound so scared?
Natural state.
What?
He just heads outside.
Natural thing.
I think he said natural state.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got to lower the the pitch on that.
We're trying. We really are.
Well, I guess I'm taking Folger back to DHH. That way I could teach him email. And send a mini report that no, this case hasn't been seen in any hospitals yet, so this is a brand new situation as far as we're aware. Folger, you're getting taught email from the one person that probably shouldn't be teaching you email.
Which brings us to Riv.
Yep.
What are you up to since you handed off the report to Jace?
He did basically say that he was going to teach Kino how to use email, and then based off of the issues that Kino was having, as well as anyone else like that, modifying effectively the training manual instruction thing that he was told to put together based off of that. Because he is super technology minded. He has absolutely no clue where people would actually struggle with the process. So he's going to help, because Kino was right there and basically admitted that he was familiar with the concept of email existing. Which is a very roundabout way of saying that he's been in the room while it was mentioned once or twice. So he is just going to be teaching our glorious Supreme Leader.
Welcome to leadership. You are often the guinea pig.
And remember, everybody, that technically having no dots in a skill means that you have no experience with it at all. 1 dot means you're below average. 2 is where you actually are average.
Riv has at least 3 in every knowledge skill. You're a researcher, everyone.
Yeah.
Like I said, no dots or 0 dots is, no skill at all. At 0 dots, you are, the grandma or grandpa trying to figure out how to work an email. It ain't happening. 1 dot is a pretty technologically efficient or proficient grandparent, which means still barely good.
Sorry for the quiet there. I was looking up what skill to make you roll.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be Riv either rolling academics directly or assisting him with his academics roll to try and, help him learn what the fuck to do.
This is etiquette, actually, because you were trying to teach somebody new skills, which is effectively convincing them that it is worth learning, basically.
Okay, so I need
Because
an etiquette to convince him and then an academic to actually teach him.
No, he would do the academics to actually learn.
No.
But,
Well, yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like where I can.
but this is you're specifically trying to refine how you are conveying the message, and that should be etiquette, right?
No, trying to teach somebody is academics.
Okay, then academics.
My question was if I should be using my academics or if I'm assisting on his academics role.
That is a good question. Because
In
this
general-
is your action.
In general, it is their role that you assist with.
Yeah.
It's the one that is learning who rolls.
However, I'm giving an out in case he doesn't have a discrete sheet made up for this guy with
He
every
does
single
not.
skill.
He does not, because if you are trying to throw hands with Paylor, you have done it wrong.
Here, let me just put it this way. How many ranks in academics do you think this guy would have?
Given the scale you guys just talked about, he's probably at 3 ranks in academics.
Okay, so he has 3 ranks in academics. He would have at least 1 maxed out expertise. And what would be his like a vague thing on his mind attribute? Is it high, low, medium?
He is probably just north of average in terms.
So let's go
of,
with like a 6,
yeah.
6 or 7. Is what you're thinking? I'm gonna say 7 because it makes or 6 because it makes the math really easy. His natural roll with this would be a 14, and Riv will supply 6 more dice to him
For total 20.
for 20. Do you want me to roll or do you want to roll it?
Whee! Sorry, I needed a second.
Oh, did he botch it or something?
No, but damn, he came close.
Oh.
All right. Well, luckily, Riv can provide his resources to this, so he's just gonna willpower that. So just have him roll that again. Yeah, well, no wonder he almost botched. He's rolling at difficulty 8. His grandpa status.
Yeah.
This is completely new technology for him. So
Oh no,
yeah,
that's
it's a little...
that's fair. It's just funny because it's like I'm like, how did he almost get that? And I look over and I see like a bunch of 7s, but I see that it's set to difficulty 8, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He has grandpa status. Got it.
For the viewers at home, he got 1 success on the first roll out of 20 dice. He did much better the second time around.
To be fair, he's only expected to get like 6 or 7 on average. So
He
that's
got
not actually
7
too.
the second time.
Yeah, so he got exactly average. for a difficulty 8 roll. Riv willpower bullied our glorious leader into getting average.
But he knows how to use email now. His particular terminal isn't exactly scaled for him, but he knows how to use email.
Ribbit, like after the process is over and he was successfully able to do it on his own, Riv is just gonna go, I think it's a really good thing that you have a lot of researchers, because I'm pretty sure that you would actually die if you had to do a lot of this.
I used to be a man of action. I used to just do what needed to be done. All this paperwork stuff is just... I know it's necessary, it just feels like it has been specifically engineered to piss me off sometimes.
Well, are you a champion or are you a guardian? Because champions go out and fight, and that's all they do. But a guardian has to do all the other messy stuff, like paperwork and leadership.
And answering a million questions from Riv.
What'd you say, Ido?
And answering a million questions from Riv.
And answering a million questions from Rip. True, that is also a part of guardian responsibilities. Good thing Riv already did his, I'm going to follow you around for multiple days and ask you questions. There's now a cooldown period before the next one begins.
Not much of a cooldown. You did it 3 days before that, too.
I didn't say it was a long cooldown.
To a former guardian, no less.
Well, yeah, but that was a different one. But yeah, basically, Riv is kind of like giving him like a small little pep talk about it.
Looks like I need to figure out this organizational chart. It's not a bad chart. I just need to fill it in, it looks like.
Fill it in and then do things like make rules about how the different branches will actually interact with each other when on a mission.
Speaking of missions, pretty sure I need him to be a couple rungs down that ladder. I cannot have a chief medical officer out in the field.
I did not make Asher a chief medical officer.
Asher didn't actually say that. He's just in charge of it right now because he kicked everybody else out.
He went in and did what people do when they're really mad. Kick everybody out and decide that they're boss now.
Oh, that was Gimund who posted that version. Okay.
Yeah, Rib is just going to shrug a little bit and then just go, I don't really care what the organizational structure looks like that much, because I'm going to go out and look at all the new different things anyway, so I am pretty happy just being a field researcher. But also, you're going to have to figure out things like what happens if a field researcher and someone in a different branch that is on a mission together disagree on something, if, you know, maybe one of them takes precedence or something. It's a good structure. It's just, you know, you still got to figure out some of that stuff.
That would be what the team's leader is for. right? I mean, that is what the team's leader is
Usually-
for.
Usually, but what if, let's say, due to necessity, there is 2 teams that are operating in the same area? And let's say that there's a glitch currently ongoing, and the field researcher wants to study it, and someone that was on a different team wants to try and get rid of the glitched object, whatever it is, in order to, just get rid of it. One involves disposal, the other one wants to study.
Ideally, it should be brought back here to be studied. That's kind of what we're supposed to be doing with the glitches, to contain them. Unless it's being abused or something, and then, do what needs to be done.
Well, yeah, but the thing about organizational rules like this and structures is that it's supposed to remove edge cases like that, if possible.
Yep, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of work.
On the
Have you
plus
seen...
side, I'm going to tell you something that should make you very happy. You will no longer have to make a bunch of different physical copies of all this stuff that you're writing out. And instead, you can use an email to send it out to the entire organization at once, which means you'll only have to write it once.
Well, I'm quite certain that Kiga will appreciate that. He usually does that sort of thing. Handles it anyway. She's a lot better at the organizing and bureaucratic thing than I am.
Well, yeah, but it's still going to be nice to be able to just, instead of having to, potentially make copies or bring a bunch of different copies of it to any meetings that you're being a part of, you could email it to them instead. And then you wouldn't have to, grab at a bunch of small papers.
That is definitely a bonus.
But yeah,
We
this
get
is
the rest
this is
of
going
the
to be
city
a really
to
good.
adopt
Good.
the technology.
Yep, but yeah, this organizational structure will definitely help you out a lot. Just, gonna have to make actual rules. And I'd maybe look into getting someone for PR really soon. Like a really good PR person.
Yeah, I'll ask Kiga who she knows for that.
Jug.
Asher could provide a recruit for that.
I will also note, Jace included an entire council of people that he can get advice from if need be on the side that technically aren't employees.
Yeah.
So that way he doesn't have to make all these decisions. He can just go, hey, advisory council. Here's the problem. How fix?
Alright, well, you understand email now. So I'm gonna take the sort of pitfalls that you fell into, and I'm gonna go ahead and write a whole nice how-to instructional manual thing for the entire organization for how to use email. And then probably work a lot on that, on seeing what sort of data I can extrapolate from the person that's currently inside of our medical bay with the strange missing data. That's going to be a headache. Okay. I am going to go and work on more things.
He just nods and starts reading over reports and documents.
Yep, Riv is gonna go ahead and probably actually eat something because he hasn't really eaten anything.
Great news! There's a lot of food. And
Yeah,
they
I
are
know, right?
not just practically, literally giving it away.
Riv basically just had the experience of academic who realizes, hey, wait, it's kind of late in the day, and I don't even think I ate dinner yesterday. I should go eat. So
I have
he's gonna
no
go.
idea what you're talking about. That has never happened to me.
Totally not. But yes, he has left his meeting and then suddenly realized, hey, wait, I'm starving. I should go eat.
You were given an entire batch of croissants as soon as you reach the kitchen.
Are Jace's
They didn't even look
bread
at you. They
sense
just
tingly?
gave you an entire batch of croissants.
Oh, I see. Jace is gonna die from overeating tonight. Got it.
An entire batch of kawa.
It's
I mean,
okay,
honestly,
Jace.
right now,
Asher can fix it.
I'm currently just sitting here thinking, Riv isn't all that crazy about bread, but if you handed me an entire thing of croissants right now, it would last like maybe 10 minutes.
Nom 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 nom.
I would demolish those croissants. Riv will be eating a regrettably normal amount before like just taking it back and putting it in his and Kotora's room area section.
Yeah, I'm sure there are barracks rooms around.
Well, yeah, they have like a bunk bed situation thing.
Yeah, I mean, we used like back in season 1, we used to have a room for all of us, but it seems that it's only for Kotora and Riv at the moment because everybody else is going somewhere else.
There's more beds in there technically.
Yeah.
You just still end up sleeping on the bunk bed together.
Yeah.
Wait, where is Fulgur staying?
Well, Fulgur usually stays on the roof, doesn't he? Him and Arcus.
Yeah.
I guess Arcus also stays in the room, but at the moment he seems to be. At the moment, Fulgur seems to be preferring Jace's hair.
Jace's hair, but also they kind of end up sleeping on the roof of the DAH headquarters a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
They just kind of go up there.
So yeah, if it's nighttime now, yeah, Fulgur would be let's see. Is he in the hair or the roof?
Take Haboku
That's up
that
to
long to
Jace.
find Kuma.
I mean, Jace is going to be a huge creature again. After he does his reports, he's going to try and teach Fulgur email, and since he has 0 academics, I don't think this is going to go too well.
Lamau.
He doesn't even want to wait for the thing that he specifically asked Rib to do before trying.
Well, Fulgur was asking, so...
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, it's pretty funny.
He'll probably end up just handing it over at some point in time, because Jason's only other plan is there's free bread in the cafeteria. There will not be any bread left in that cafeteria by the time Jace waddles out. There is no such thing as too much bread.
I've got another puzzle for you.
So Fulgur wants to try and roll the email learning he can.
Alrighty. Let's
Alright,
I'm
see
Fulker
how
giving
has
he
decent
learns.
academics.
I'm
How he
giving
learns
him,
email.
giving him a +0.
You don't even have
The-
one teamwork.
No.
Nice.
What's the difficulty?
Standard difficulty, I would
Yeah,
assume.
for Fulgur, because he's got experience with the 2 data pads in the party.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I could just shapeshift and give myself academics. Now that I think about it. Hold on, I'm going to do that. Oh, too late.
Hey, decent.
Oh, I didn't have to. Good.
Yeah, fortunately, Fulker's the good one with academics.
Yeah, you were able to pick it up fairly quickly. You're still, not 100% sure exactly, but you can probably figure the rest out after at least a little bit of trial and error.
This is weird.
Well, it works, and it's quicker, and it's easier to file and locate stuff, yada yada blah. So, I swear I smelt bread when walking past the cafeteria, so I'm gonna head that way and make bad life decisions. I've been busting my ass for a week.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go find Riv, cause we kinda got interrupted by that
Oh,
one
sorry.
guy.
Yeah, about that guy. Deal with him later. Have fun.
And Fulgur's gonna go Riv hunting.
Ironically,
So,
he would have had a much easier time if he actually just followed Jace.
Somehow.
Because remember, Riv was going to eat.
Oh well.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation. Haboku.
okay.
The sun is practically set. Like, to the point that the sky isn't even orange, the sky is purple. By the time you find Kuma hiding under a bush halfway across the city.
Haboku will tilt his head and as he sees he's Kuma finally. Does Kuma see him approaching?
He doesn't appear to have noticed. He's tossing pebbles into the stream. Canal, waterway, place.
Haboku will sit beside him and lightly tap him.
He makes a sound that Gimund's microphone wouldn't pick up.
Understandable.
Hi. Hey, Kuma, right?
He nods.
I was asked to bring you back to the infirmary. That's the word, right?
Kuma sighs.
Haboku will tilt his head. Do you, when I talk about why you ran away? Or why there's
Looks
glass
like
in
he's
your car? Huh?
He looks like he's considering it. Then he shakes his head, picks a piece of the glass out, and throws it in the stream.
Yeah, I hear that's not. You shouldn't do stuff like that. Bad for the fish, Digimon.
It managed to skip 3 times.
Well, do you want to walk back, Nick?
He sighs and stands up. He clearly doesn't want to, but he also very clearly isn't going to fight it.
Haboku will trigger his soothing warmth, more or less just a not for any actual effects, just more or less just for him to Kuma to feel a bit better. Relaxed, X is the term.
You're able to get him back to the infirmary about the time that Arcus does finally locate Riv.
Hi, Riv.
Oh, hey. I am so much more used to Arcus being very loud.
Yeah. So, you good now to... Guess we kind of got interrupted earlier.
Yeah, a bit. And then I got asked to do a bunch of emergency stuff and then put together a quick thing on how to actually teach people how to use email for the entire organization.
Could have been a
Get me?
PowerPoint.
I like Kino, but he was kind of exhausting to teach. But yeah,
Well-
I'm doing a bit better now. I realized that I hadn't eaten all day, and so I started doing that. And now I feel better. Eating is good. I have discovered this. I will probably forget this tomorrow.
Kotora needs,
Fuckers.
Kotora needs to keep reminding him of this specific thing constantly.
Vote, please.
Fulker's gonna just, like, tear off a small piece of, paper from his sketchbook. And, just write, remember to eat. And give it to Riv.
I appreciate this, but this has never worked.
Oh.
Right?
It is a very good idea, though.
We're gonna get you a watch with an alarm that doesn't turn off until your blood sugar goes back to a normal damn level.
It's cute that you think that'll work.
They do make those, and they don't shut up.
There is no depths to what ADHD can make you ignore.
It's not about you, it's
Fine.
about all the people around here who will tie you down and make you eat.
Anyway, I can go ahead and get back to starting the examination that I was going to put you through. I just kind of want to finish eating first.
Fair.
Because then if I
Also-
start, I'm going to forget that I was supposed to be eating.
Also, what's that noise? As Volker looks towards Jace. Probably just...
There will be no bread left in this place.
Impressive, because
I'm going to avoid telling him that I put some bread in the team room for Kotora. I don't think Kotora would get it.
I was about to say that's impressive because Riff was in the team's room.
Well, he
Not the
literally he got an entire box handed to him. He's not going to stand there with the entire box. He moved the box to the team room and then just took what he was going to eat back to the actual eating area.
That's fair.
He doesn't have dishes in the team barracks that got assigned to them. And he wants a little bit more to eat than literally only croissants, unlike Jace.
Croissant?
Croissant?
No, you don't understand. You put things on the croissant. Like butter.
Which is what Riv would try and do. However, he has none of that in his team room.
It's already had butter on them. It's part of making a croissant.
You butter the outside before baking it, but then you need more butter and jam sometimes. And I'm sure there's more than just croissants here.
Oh,
there might be bagels.
You know, a good thing to do with a croissant is add chocolate inside of it.
Oh yeah. There is sometimes I go out with my dad to a breakfast place that they sell a bunch of sandwiches, and some of their confections is chocolate croissants. They're delicious.
That's a different kind of croissant, though.
Fair.
The dough is cut in a different pattern, and it is not. It is not as tightly wound because it's wound around the chocolate.
Correct.
Speaking of Kotora, Haboku walks in with Kuma in tow, looking quite dejected.
He looks really sad.
Yeah. Kotora is going to approach Kuma. Are you alright?
He just nods.
Kotora is going to pat Kuma on one of his shoulders. I'm really sorry about that. I think it may have been better if we have gone to another to the infirmary outside of the DH after all.
Well, fine then. Go ahead and take him elsewhere.
You're the
Get out!
one that got him
Out!
That got him thrown
Out!
away, sir.
I'm done dealing with you.
Joke.
Haboku, thank you for doing that, but apparently my services are not required, so they can just go elsewhere and have it dealt with there. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Kotora.
Okay.
Just looks very confused. And also somewhat groggy. He was napping for a good portion of the time.
Yeah, sorry it took me a while to find him.
Was he down by the canal?
I assume that's what where Haboku found him.
Yes.
Haboku will nod.
Yeah, he usually goes there. Joseph says as he walks out of the room.
He seemed a bit upset. Maybe you should talk with him.
Kuma sighs and follows him. Still shedding the occasional piece of glass.
Where is he getting this class?
Then it's fair.
Because he went through the
Right.
window.
Ah. Kotora is going to look at the various pieces of glasses that are poking out of him. Do you need help getting those out right now, Kuma?
Do it outside of my lab.
I'm already out, Asher.
I guess I missed you saying that you left.
Yeah, fair. But yeah. Actually, wait. Actually, Kuma came with us, right?
Yeah,
He
followed.
was following after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey,
Just.
yeah. Kotora will just be asking him that on the way out.
He kind of shrugs and digs in his belt pouch a little bit and pulls out a comb to start brushing out his fur.
Yeah. None of them like. Did any of them cut you or anything?
He shakes his head.
Okay, that's good then. So Kotora is going to rub the back of his head. This is a bit awkward, but I guess I guess we have to find another infirmary then. I'll be sure to pay for it.
Kuma shrugs and holds up the bottle of antacids that he still has that Asher handed him.
He didn't give the whole bottle. He just gave some of the antacids.
Oh. That's medicine that Asher gave you? That might be able to help you out, but I don't think it's a solution. We still gotta check out how much damage there is, if any. I was hoping Asher could do that quickly because he's able to do that quickly.
Asher could have.
Kuma shrugs right as Jost says, probably nothing anyway.
Cutter's going to shake his head. I don't think it's nothing, Joes. I really don't. Like you and you and I have very good tolerance to spiciness, but I don't think Kuma does. if you guys have been doing that for every week for a couple of years now, or however many times it's being a lot, there has to be some sort of damage to his insides. I may not be very book smart, but at the very least I know stuff when it comes to food.
Looking like Discord might have failed on us here. One moment, everybody. Yeah, I think Discord failed. Oh, I think it's working
Oh.
now.
Hello?
All right.
Oh,
There we are.
I changed the server region back and forth a couple times.
Yeah, I changed it too.
I don't know if that fixed it, but yeah.
Somebody did fix something.
yeah. Where's Lipa?
He might have restarted his Discord entirely to try and fix it.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Hello?
Well, that was
Hello.
weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Very. What was the last thing you heard me saying?
It was something regarding damage to Kuma.
Yeah, we
But
heard
it's
something
probably
about
doing
internal
damage to his
damage.
insides.
You know a lot about food.
Yeah. I was just okay. I'll just repeat my sentence real quick. I was saying, you and I have a very high tolerance to spicy things, but I'm pretty sure that Kuma does not. And if you guys have been doing this like every week for a couple of years or however many times you have done it, you guys have told me that it's being often. There has to be some sort of damage to his insides. I may not be very smuggler, but I know stuff about food at the very least. I wouldn't be so insistent about this if I didn't.
Grunts a little bit as the comb gets caught on a little bit of a snarl in his fur.
Something wrong, Kuma?
He shakes his head and tugs a little bit harder, and the knot comes undone. Little teeny tiny twig or nut or something wooden pings off of one of the wall or a nearby wall.
Kotora blinks. Where are you at?
Hey, he has a spot down by the river. I mean,
Oh,
it's canal now, but it was a river a few years ago.
oh, I see. Hmm.
City keeps growing.
Kotora is going to rough his chin. Hmm. You know, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do this later. Do you want to just go relax for a little bit?
Kuma nods enthusiastically.
Kotora nods back.
Yeah, that will more or less do that bit.
Right. The little lovesick bear.
And honestly, not much happens over the next couple of days. They still, it's 2 or 3 days before somebody brings up the fact that nobody's seen Kiga, like at all. Not just in the week, but in the 2 or 3 days since then, even.
Joke.
That's not good.
I'm assuming people have checked her office.
Not since the incident.
And thus begins the dastardly plot to reduce the number of K names by force.
Has Kino done any follow-up to see if anybody's seen Kiga yet?
Yeah, Kino has been more on edge than usual and has started spending several hours a day away from the office, following up on leads and investigating himself.
No, if nothing else, Haboku would probably be trying to help him.
It's a good thing I called for an office. I guess I'm going to be playing interim leader for the time being still.
Rib will probably help bring up some of the slack in that because he literally does know Kiga's organizational stuff and has helped her multiple times with her paperwork in the past, so you know.
Did she even tell anybody where she was going, or did she just go?
I mean, you guys told her to just go, so she just went.
Oh, people taking things too literally.
Our favorite.
So, kind of going back a little bit. What happened during the rib scan of Folger?
Yeah, because he was still doing that.
Give me that. Uses your appraise, right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me the appraise.
All right. This would have been after he took a little rest, so that way his exhaustion wasn't creeping up too high. Going through specialties. Data composition appraise would apply to this, right?
Yes.
All right. That ain't too hot. So I'm gonna start by souling those ones and see where they lead me.
Ooh. I thought about it.
Nice.
That leads me to a 9, which I'm gonna deem acceptable.
Acceptable.
Okay. With a 9, you're able to get a pretty thorough grounding in Bulgur within Arcus. You're able to see kind of where the the data is overlaying itself to allow Fulgur to reach out of the relic in which he had stored
All right.
and influence Arcus's body.
Cool.
As for exact mechanics, that's going to be between the two of you, probably best handled off screen.
Yeah,
So
don't
that-
worry. Riv will ramble about how it's all working the moment someone else asks anyway.
Or he may just talk about it with Kotora.
Yeah, but everyone's kind of busy running around currently, so
Yeah,
a little bit difficult for that.
true.
I mean, you do have 2 captive audience members. Asher is refusing to go anywhere but the infirmary, and there is a literal comatose Digimon in the infirmary.
Oh no,
To bounce the ideas off of.
Asher's got other plans.
If Riv wants a captive audience, he'll just talk to a wall. That's real captive right there.
We don't need no thought control.
Is that Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Yes. That Pink
Another
Floyd.
brick in the wall.
Hey, teachers, leave them kids alone. Ba 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 da ba.
So, you see anything?
Well, I got a little bit deeper this time, and I was able to actually see where there was a good amount of, what is very clearly neither Arcus's data nor any sort of relic data, so by process of elimination, definitely your data, moving out and influencing Arcus's body.
Wait. I can go out of the relic? That?
Oh, I have no idea if the core of your data can go outside of the relic. But the way that you're
Oh.
puppeting Arcus is kind of by moving data around, apparently.
That's interesting. Any luck on seeing Arcus's glitch?
I probably could. The dangerous part is that a lot of his glitch data is focused right next to where his memories are stored. So I have to be really careful when looking at those. Otherwise, his memory issues might get worse.
The reason neurosurgeons don't put you under while they're doing neurosurgery, folks.
Which is also why Riv has steadfastly not fucked with this yet. He really wants to. But he's gonna try every non-invasive thing first. Because reaching into someone's head and poking glitch data right next to where someone's core memories are stored is not a good idea. And I don't think anyone would mistake it for being a good idea.
Any luck on finding things on the relic then?
Not as much yet, but that's also because I've been looking into the whole relic situation for all of probably a day and a half.
Here.
Don't worry, I will definitely figure out what's going on with it. It's just one of those things where it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah. So, figuring out I'm sort of like projecting myself, I guess, in a way, is kind of interesting.
Well, there has to be at least some amount of interaction between yours and Arcus's bodies. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to move around. You'd just be, there.
Yeah.
So since there is something, then, there's gotta be something.
After all, something for nothing is the lazy man's way. I'm apparently full of musical references tonight that nobody is going to get.
Volker's just
Rude,
gonna.
and me and Cal are right here.
Volker's just gonna look up at the sky.
I know.
He's
You said this was
gonna
going to be a day or two later.
pull out his sketchbook that had a constellation of that he drew a constellation on in the past. And he's gonna start drawing a new one. Would you like a craft roll?
Craft would be correct for drawing.
Sure. I do feel the need to note that if it is during the day while you're doing this, it is fairly overcast.
Oh, he's doing it at night.
Then never mind.
Any bonuses for using innovative? Actually, this might be more empathic. What he's doing here.
Yeah, I think this is.
Seven. Does he's trying to draw Riv as a constellation? So would constellations apply?
I will allow it.
Ooh. 5 for making the Riv constellation.
I mean, if you had access to an actual observatory and a few nights to actually look for a better fitting set of stars, you could probably find a constellation that matches the proportions a little bit better. But it's recognizably a Digimon. It's recognizably a dragon Digimon, in fact.
There we go. And he's gonna show Riv.
Riv is gonna blink and then look at it for a second. With that, I think it's pretty obvious what this is supposed to be. Considering that it's, a dragon made out of stars. And Riv is gonna blink a bit, and then just go, "Oh, that's really sweet, thanks." And it'll lean over and give Fulgur a hug.
Fulgur will give a hug back.
Riv's gonna go ahead and slip the drawing into one of his notebooks for safekeeping.
It's sort of thinking about making my own sort of constellations, and now you're one.
I mean, I'm not exactly an astral type, but I'm definitely appreciated. Speaking of, did you used to be an astral type?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Fulgur rubs the back of his head. I kinda need to reconnect with that a little bit. Oh, right! I was gonna do
I'll
a
be back
thing
in a
with
few minutes.
Jace.
Okay.
Thank you.
This little guy can hold so many stars.
But probably too late for that now.
Well, there is always tomorrow.
Yeah. I think
That'll come up.
I think I'm gonna head to bed now.
That is probably for the best.
Night.
Yep, good night.
Okey-dokey.
I'm guessing we're all going to be rested now, so go ahead and tick off some of that exhaustion.
Said unless you guys are initiated.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Doesn't-
there we
Oh,
go.
there it is. Oh, there it is.
Hey,
So I want to try that again there, Lightpaw.
Lightpaw, I think is to.
Mm. Mm.
What happened?
There's a
I mean, I
lot
There
think
we
it's
go.
fairly obvious at this point that, leaving and rejoining isn't going to fix this. It's just Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're just gonna need to change the region each time.
Well, I tried changing the region and it doesn't do anything. It's literally just we need to
Oh,
give
it's
Discord
Discord
time to
being
work it out.
Discord.
Yeah, it's just like actively doing it. Yeah,
yeah.
This is very unfortunate.
I know, right?
This
So
is
what we
this. Go
Go
ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say that this doesn't seem to be taking that long to fix itself. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Lightpaw, wanna try that again?
Wipe off?
Actually, if I can remember what I was trying to say.
Oof.
You're talking about how most of us were taking sequestering ourselves, going to bed.
Yeah, I was just, much like the previous week. The next week is going to be mostly you guys driven. So if there are dangling issues you would like to see to during the coming week, we will round robin to check on those.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. Let's at some point, Kotora would meet battle with Kuma to bring up the going to another infirmary again, just to check up on that finally.
I mean, he's willing to go to a different infirmary as long as there's a decent chance that Asher won't be there.
Wow.
And or Jost.
Kotora is happy to go to another infirmary with just Kuma.
Kotor is going to be asked to wait in the waiting room because he is not Kuma's guardian.
Yeah, fair. Kotora would
But-
not add that.
The doctor does give him a clean bill of health. And a prescription for stronger antacids.
Joke.
I guess Kotora is. I guess. Wait. Say again. Say again. What they gave him? They gave him strong anti-tragics, but there's something else.
No, I said a prescription for stronger antacids.
You said something before that.
A clean bill of health.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Kotora would ask Kuma how that report is. If
Kuma shrugs and hands it over. It's no big secret. There's no major damage suspected. No bleeding from anywhere. Nothing the doctor was concerned about.
Kotora is going to rub the top of his head. Huh. So I guess it is fine. Hmm.
Kuma shrugs apologetically.
Kotora's gonna shake his head. No, no, it's all right. I mean, I was the one that insisted on this. Still, though, you know, maybe I could help you. Maybe I could help you out when it comes to this whole whatchamacallit, uh, not being tolerant to spices deal with you.
Kuma shrugs a little again.
I mean, it's only if you let me help you. I already made you go through a lot. I just think that maybe you just need to try and work towards being able to eat but the things that Joes eat. If you really don't want to stop. And well, I could help you out with that because I can cook.
Kind of kicks at the ground a little bit. But he does nod. He seems more embarrassed than anything.
Kotora is going to look around. Is there something that you'd like? Is there something on your mind right now, Kuma?
He shakes his head.
Okay. Well, so would you like me to help you or nah?
He nods, just slightly embarrassed.
Kotora's mouse, and he's going to wrap an arm around Kuma. Alrighty then. Let's see how that goes. Hey, and if this works out, soon you'll be able to just enjoy a meal with him regularly, without having to worry about your stomach. Doesn't that sound nice?
He shrugs, but he looks a little bit more eager than the nonchalance would suggest.
Kotora can see that, and he nods. Alrighty then.
In his defense, the stuff you were eating is called 10 alarm curry.
Yes.
So.
But also, it can cause legitimate damage if you eat something that your body is having a negative reaction to for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
Giving yourself heartburn repeatedly is actually really fucks you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if Kuma doesn't have internal damage from all of that, then he still just kind of skips straight from 1 to a 10. He really needed to build that. He really needed to build himself up instead of going straight for the 10 because Joe's wanted to eat that.
If he can even build himself up, some people just can't handle the spice or the heat. It gives them Heartburn no matter what they do, and that can lead to ulcers.
Yeah, that's true. And
Oh, hey, here's hoping for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Kotora knows that. But he's still willing to try and help him out. I mean, if he doesn't have internal damage after all of this, then I think he's not completely hopeless in this regard.
Thank you for that tidbit, Chaosum.
It's exaggerating. I put peppers in my food.
Shakes black pepper shaker at you. Threateningly.
I'm sure about that.
Sorry. Went completely blank there for a second.
I was just about to say that I'm pretty sure this scene is over. We can move to somebody else.
Sorry, I shut down the Aerotan with black pepper.
The reboot cycle.
The Asher back yet, or?
Tim, you there?
I don't think he's back yet.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, kind of want to see in with him. But I guess it also could apply to Riv. Haboku is actually going to approach Asher and Riv, or Riv at some point to finish the Ganon to his dog tags.
I think you're going to need both of them for that one.
Yeah, I was about to say that's kind of a both of them thing.
Yeah.
You said you were trying to accompany the Pithim.
You okay there, Lipa?
Kino, well, with the investigation into where Kiga went.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, you can do that while we're waiting for Asher to reappear.
Yep. Because also that's going to be very important in giving Riv enough time to actually look at you, considering he's busy filling in for Kiga as well as he can.
Because we just kind of inserted ourselves at the top and nobody's arguing it, probably because nobody wants to be up here.
Well, also, Riv legitimately has made it a habit multiple times when we're back to go and help Kiga with her paperwork, and no one's complained about it, so you know.
And Jace has literal military or paramilitary experience already, so...
Lonely at the top.
Heavy as the head that wears the crown.
So, Kino seems to be focusing at first on
sorry
the...
about that.
On the... Kino seems to be focusing first on the guard stations. But nobody there has seen Kiga, and she's fairly recognizable around town. People know who she is, generally. After
Hello?
the guard station, sorry.
Our Aerotan is stuttering.
Please restart your aerotan.exe.
I think it's my jar that's having the problem right now. I know what the issue is. It's just that I can't fix it right now. So, after the guard stations, you start checking in at clinics and hospitals. And while none of them have seen Kiga, there is another person who looks like they maybe, or another Digimon who looks like they maybe got attacked. It's not a Godamon. My brain will cooperate with me here. It's not a Godamon, but it is a Salamon. And she is asleep in one of the beds and has been for several days.
No. Yeah. Question is, Haboku recognize the scent?
Give me survival or investigation.
I'll solve the 2 ones. See. First. 5, 8. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's 8.
The Salamon smells familiar.
Oh no. I was hoping it wasn't that Salamon.
It's a little hard to tell because of the antiseptics and the every other smell in a hospital smell. And Kino seems very, very concerned.
Do you think it's then Haboku will just say the scent's familiar. Even though I'm pretty sure a rare Garurumon would probably also be able to tell.
Kino starts growling. Actually, no, that's not a fair description. Kino snarls and the ground begins vibrating.
Okay, impromptu therapy dog mode for Haboku.
And Haboku fluffed up 5 times this particular evening.
Snarls at the staff, ordering this Salamon to be transferred to the DAH headquarters immediately, along with her entire chart. Because Kino recognizes the scent too. And this Salamon is Kiga.
Oh. Well timed.
Very. You're getting pretty good at those, Ido.
Can Haboku roll an insight just to see how much you might have to try to help keep the guardian in check?
Sure. You are pretty sure that as long as he can actually feel like he is doing something, Kino will probably be okay. But he needs to be kept really goddamn busy the next couple of days. For the sake of pretty much everybody. This man, Angie.
Chaosum tipped $20.46.
Thank you very much for that tip, Chaosum. I see it didn't update, but that's not quite the second tier yet.
And Haboku will be making sure that at least the immediate members in the party know. So he'd probably be scurrying off to tell Jace right away.
Oh, fun. Jace already has a plan. Plan R. How to keep Kino busy. Riv.
you hit the R button.
A generous bestowal.
Taldarius tipped $19.31, even and whole.
Thank you very much for that tip, Tal. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed.
Yeah, Riv's just gonna get a lovely email that says, "We get to keep Kino busy. Ready to help him structure an organization?"
Rib is just gonna email back going, I'm going to need so much more context than this.
Haboku runs to him.
Haboku It's a gift.
A generous bestowal.
Raharu
A
95
gif of a dog
tipped
charging forward.
$10.
Keep it together, hon.
Thank you for the tip, Raharu.
You're welcome.
Hey, Riv, hey, we found Kika. She's Salamon now, and she was in one of the infirmaries. Nino's really upset.
Oh, that's not good.
Gmail to the medical division warned them of incoming Kino and Kiga.
Okay, so is it more of a all researchers on this immediately kind of response from Kino? Or is it a if I don't find out who did this soon, I'm going to tear apart the city to find them kind of reaction?
Well, he started growling, and then the entire ground shook.
Haboku, the answer is yes.
So, yes.
Okay. Well, this is horrifically bad. I'm gonna go get to work now.
Yeah,
You should
I'll
probably go tell Asher, if he doesn't already know. I haven't heard him yelling, so...
Yeah, I was gonna tell him next. Inaboku will...
Go ahead.
Inaboku will scurry off to find Asher.
Chase is gonna go and wait in the entryway to the DHH.
Do we hear the angry thuds across the city?
There is so much activity from so many people being sent in so many directions. It's like somebody kicked an anthill.
There's a reason why I'm waiting for him. I'm going to peel him away like one does a band-aid off of a already healed wound. It's time for you to come with me.
I'm just imagining there's like people being knocked into the air as just getting closer and closer.
Distant yell of, my digi cabbages!
My cabbages! My Vegemon!
Lamau.
I assume Haboku finds Asher in the infirmary.
Asher has moved his circle over to the infirmary and is continuing to his process of raising recruits there.
It's going much more smoothly now that at least 13 of them are smart enough to be able to speak in Latin. It's actually a little concerning that they can speak in Latin, because that's not a language that you usually hear in the digital world at all.
But it's a dead language.
Yeah, that's why you don't usually hear it in the digital world.
Yeah, but the dead are speaking it. This makes sense.
I present to you the first city in the digital verse that will speak Latin fluently very shortly.
I see, that's the trick. The moment it becomes alive again, they stop being able to speak it.
So right now, Haboku understands clearly what they're saying. Okay. Asher, I hate to interrupt your thing, but we found Kiga.
I saw the message.
He was coming, hanging with her. He ordered her, the staff at the place she was at to were sent here, her along with her charts, hairs, charts, whatever the proper word is. He's really upset.
Unfortunate timing.
Yeah. I don't think Kino's gonna want to take a break anytime soon.
Well, I suppose I could wait to bring up what I needed to bring up with Kino then.
You need me to do anything before I run up to inform Kotora and Arcus or Vulgar?
No, I will be ready. But do not let Kotora come anywhere near this infirmary. I do not want to see him ever again.
Head tilt.
Especially not when I am doing my job.
Okay. And Haboku will saunter out and look for the other two. Assuming they haven't gotten the email already and read it.
Oh boy. Oh.
I mean, Arcus hasn't for sure, because Arcus, number one, isn't entirely familiar with how email works just yet. And number two,
He is in the area of the DAH though, right now.
Oh, Arcus.
Huh? You find him outside in the outdoor training area.
there is a Hyokomon training with you. Pretty much everyone in the organization just calls him Sensei, but nobody's actually sure what his real name is, and nobody's brave enough to ask.
So what are you doing here?
Yeah, trying to get the word around. Oh, I also don't know if out of character if Arcus is aware that Hika was missing.
I mean, he probably wouldn't be, but
So, are you here?
Yeah. Apparently, Kika was found. She evolved back into a Salamon, really injured, and Kina's upset.
Got it. Where to?
Well, he's on his way here with her. Where Jason Asher are probably preparing for her. And they're gonna probably try to keep him busy, so he can hopefully calm down. Maybe, hopefully. Also, if you hear snarling and the ground starts shaking, that's him.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna find Kotora now. Oh,
Iki.
anyway, have fun. Then. And wherever Kotora is.
Yeah, when you go back to training, by the way, the Hyokomon is packing a bag and putting a bucket hat on his head. It looks like he's getting ready to leave the city.
By the way, if nobody, if some of you don't know how Hyokomon looks like, this is it. It's chicken on inside an eggshell.
He's off to a better life.
Where is Kotora?
Good question. What time of the day is it?
It's a little hard to tell. It's really overcast today. It's probably a little bit before noon.
In that case, Kotora was either like eating a late breakfast or helping the cooking stuff in the DAH after eating breakfast. That's probably what I'd do.
Yeah, the cooking staff need the help. There's a lot of food left over still.
Yeah.
They got through most of the stuff that was going to expire like in the day or two. But there's still plenty of food that is probably going to expire in the next week or two. And Asher's recruits only eat so much.
You mean very little at all?
Well, if anybody told Kotora about trying to do that recruitment drive with food, he would probably be working with the staff to do all that. That was I do remember that was something that we discussed last session.
Yeah, that was definitely in the email.
What's the email? I'm joking.
So you live with Rib. He's definitely talked about it.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Well, when Haboku finds Kotora, he'll likely be panting, thanks from running so much.
Oh, Haboku.
Hey, Kotora, sorry I had to tell you this last, as I was kind of in a hurry to find everyone, and I had to tell Jace first. They found Kika.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that was the good news. Most of the rest is kind of bad news. She's a
Kotora.
Salamon now. She was really hurt, right? And we found her in hospital. Kino is really upset.
Joke.
Kotora is looking mortified at that. Did she get purposely devolved? That's horrible.
I don't know. Well, we both were able to recognize her scent then when we found her. We don't know what state she was found in, but I think Kino's trying to figure that out. He's had demanded that she be moved over here, and he's gonna be I think Chase is gonna be trying to keep him occupied because the ground shook when he got started snarling and stuff.
He's definitely going to need some sort of distraction. Like, oh dear.
Yeah.
When is she going to be brought over here?
Well, if Kino owes anything to go by, probably soon.
I think I'd like to go see her.
I'd say probably wait till she's over here.
Yeah.
I think one more thing. I think Asher might be upset with you.
Kotora raises an eyebrow. Huh? What makes
He
you say
said
that?
he told me he didn't want to see you again. And
Kotora raises both of his eyebrows in surprise. Oh. Well, actually, not surprised, but more like alarmed. Is the better word?
I hope he didn't really mean it, but I thought I should say something, and so he doesn't get upset.
Huh. Well, I get the feeling. Well, I get the feeling. I know exactly I know kind of what's going on. Hmm. I think I may have hurt his pride a little. Or a lot. I'm not entirely sure.
Haboku will give his the best imitation of a shrugging hug.
Hmm. Well, I do want you go first.
No, I was just gonna say he was probably just gonna flop up his head onto a table, to catch his breath and rest for a bit.
Kotora is going to bring Haboku some food.
He will happily nom it.
Well, I do. Well, I do want to go. I do want to go. I do want to go see how she's going to be, and she's going to be in the infirmary, which meaning Asher is gonna be there. So I guess I'll just have to see if he will actually let me talk to him or not later.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, thanks for telling me and everybody else about this, Haboku. And you did a great job. Kotra is going to say as he pats Haboku on his head.
Very happy a wolf tail wags. Something else, Haboku will continue eating.
Kotora will continue to help out the cooking staff until he hears about Kiga being transferred over, so that he'll begin approaching the infirmary.
Hard to tell which bit of commotion is Kiga's arrival, considering everyone is okay, panicking is the wrong word. They aren't quite panicking.
A little bit manic.
Everyone
Frantic.
is very busy all of a sudden, though.
Anxious.
Probably serious mode.
Not everyone is quite 100% on how to use that email thing yet, but word of mouth about this kind of thing spreads real fast in an organization like this.
Fair.
And even Digimon who aren't going to be directly involved in this kind of thing, like investigations or that sort of thing, are making sure they're doing literally anything they can. Everyone in the DAH, except for Asher's recruits, knows Kiga. And she has helped most of them get acclimated to their roles. So pretty much everyone is in get stuff done mode right now.
Her fall fills them with determination.
I don't think this is determination. I think this is fear of Kino.
That too.
I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. If they all knew Kiga, they probably all like her to some extent.
To quote a very, very good show. What's that noise? Pure rage! Pure rage!
Pure Rahe.
The Kito Hurricane is now inbound. Please evacuate to the shelter.
Jace, you were at the gate.
Yep, just waiting.
So you were the first person to see the team of medics running as quickly as they can while still being smooth about it to rush Kiga the Salamon into the building.
I will hold the door with my tail.
And the other door, and the door to the stairs, and the door to the infirmary, probably.
Asher has two of the recruits standing guard on the door. They'll be holding it open, but they have strict instructions not to let Kotora in. Though, considering they don't know who Kotora is, he would just tell them any Gabumon.
Which is unfortunate, since one of the paramedics is a god of Gimund.
It's not exactly a rare line.
That causes a bit of a scuffle at the infirmary door.
Would you get them in here?
The minions part like the Red Sea. And Kiga is swiftly brought in on a backboard and laid down on one of the infirmary's cots. One of the paramedics, the Gabumon, in fact, hands you the IV bag and the chart at the same time.
Hold the chart. Let me set this up. And he's going to
He
go get
nods and
the IV bag set up and, on a hook or whatever they call those things. Then he'll take the chart and begin looking it over.
The information on the chart is a little bit sparse. They don't have access to the same level of scanning that you do. But the symptoms and prognosis that they reached are the same as for the Betamon. Extreme anemia, some kind of puncture mark on her neck. They didn't know who she was until today, because she hasn't woken up since. But the date of admission is 2 days before the Betamon was found.
Rip that hospital.
Me angry at this hospital now.
Rip that hospital. Holy shit.
Hey, we're looking into
Oh.
other cases of this exact set of symptoms. Oh, wait, you don't have any? All right, well, it turns out you did.
I think this was a different hospital.
Pretty sure Jace went to multiple. There was like only one that was play out though.
Yeah, I was going between hospitals.
Rip the hospital. Anyway, bigger problems.
But yeah. They don't know who she is, but Kino was the one who identified her scent.
Unfortunately, I need to call it here. I gotta go take care of some stuff. Hate to do this right now, but yeah. Gotta call it early. I apologize, everyone.
That's okay. We've been having the technical issues all evening too, so
Yeah,
it does not make sense.
True.
All good.
I'm half awake.
So yeah, thank everybody for joining us for the stream today. That was Data Anomaly Hunter's Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel that you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards through stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.